Challenges our political parties face. Primarily, there are four basic challenges. One, there is a lack of internal democracy amongst parties. Take any state or national party today in consideration. Every party has that one supreme leader whose voice is the only voice that matters and no other voice really counts. Somewhere, the lack of this internal democracy is hurting our country. If there is more internal democracy amongst our parties, our country will be better off. So the first challenge is a lack of internal democracy within our parties. Second is the growing role of money and muscle power in politics. We all know what happens in the night before elections, especially in the poorer, the slum areas of the country. Whichever election it is, there is always distribution of alcohol, there is always distribution of black money. So growing role of money and muscle power is the second challenge. Third is dynastic succession over merit. So many times people get opportunity just because their dynast or their father or uncle or someone was in politics and they get an easy opportunity up. They may not have aptitude for that. They may have aptitude to do something else. Sometimes they are even forced to be in politics, just even when they don't want to. So third is dynastic succession over merit. However, I would like to mention some people actually do have the aptitude to. If they prove themselves, they very well have the right to, because a doctor's son can also be a doctor. It's a difficult one, but no one should be forced, and certainly merit should not be shortchanged just because someone is someone's son or some contact of someone is in politics. And fourth challenge to our political parties is there is a lack of meaningful choice of quality candidates. One of the big reasons I feel that the educated class or the more affluent sections do not turn up to vote is because there is no quality candidate in front of them who has strong body of social work, who has strong, very high grade of education, etc., or qualities that would force them to go out and vote. That is not justifying they are not voting. No matter what, not voting is not justified. But yes, it's a problem that we have a lack of quality candidates. When political parties do put up quality candidates, I feel the voting will automatically improve. So we have four challenges for political parties. One is a lack of internal democracy within parties. Two is the growing role of money and muscle power in parties. Three is the lack of meaningful choice amongst parties, and four is dynastic succession over merit. So now, guys, our political system is not perfect, but nothing is. So there are certain improvements or certain reforms that are required in our political system. What are some suggestions that can be given to political parties? One, there should be internal democracy within parties, and there should be regular organization elections. Two, ideally there should be half representation because women are half of humanity. But I'd say there should be at least 1/3 representation of women in political parties, their posts, etc. And three, I feel there should be state funding of elections. What do you mean by state funding of elections? The government itself gives different political parties money to contest elections. Obviously, this is monitored by Election Commission. Every payment made is online, and every rupee can be tracked by the Income Tax Department. So I think we are a long way off from that day, but I hope one day comes when there is actually state funding of elections. So three suggestions of reforms that can be given to our political system, political parties is: one, there should be regular organization elections, and thereby for the sake of more internal democracy. There should be 1/3 representation to women in different positions within a party and in the government. And three, there should be state funding of elections.